It's time once again to slip into your camo, grab your bow, and join us out in the field for another episode of the Up North Journal, presented by PSE Archery. The Up North Journal crew is knocked and ready to rock for another exciting adventure. So let's step outside and hit the trail.
This episode is brought to you by PSE Archery,
Black Eagle Arrows,
Cabela's,
Antler Action,
Spot Shooter Archery,
Tom's Custom Turkey Calls,
Family Traditions Tree Stands,
and Badass Slingshots.
I shoot PSE because I like one pin to 40 yards.
I shoot PSE for the perfect combination of feel and performance.
I shoot PSE because you can shoot lighter poundage and increase arrow speed.
I shoot PSE for the fastest bows on the planet.
I shoot PSE because my livelihood depends on my bow.
I shoot PSE because better engineering makes a better bow.
I shoot PSE.
I shoot PSE.
I shoot PSE. I shoot PSE.
Experience PSE. Experience performance.
We know the future of hunting depends on our nation's youth. But did you know that in many states, it's illegal for you to take your son or daughter hunting until the age of 12 or even older? As a result, we have fewer young hunters, and the Families Afield program is designed to eliminate those barriers. Hunting is safe, and the safest hunters afield are young people with adult mentors. Visit our website at familiesafield.org to find out how you can bring more families afield.
Welcome back for another Up North Journal minicast.
Absolutely a mini cast.
Normally it's something you don't hear on our main show, but
special occasion this time.
What we got, Dan?
We got a special mini cast. We're going to dedicate this mini cast to actually he's become a really good friend of the show, and he is a phenomenal author. We've read several of his books, but we wanted to turn this mini cast over to Jerry Lambert himself, who we got on the line. And Jerry, you with us?
Yes, sir.
All right, Jerry. This little mini cast is going to be dedicated to the Jerry Lambert 3 to 5 minute show.
Do we give him the normal run through of 3 or 4 questions we ask everybody else?
You know what? Let's give him a few minutes to talk about himself, and then we'll throw in some questions at the end.
Alrighty.
So Jerry, tell us about Jerry Lambert and who you are, what you do, and all about you.
All right. Well, I'll try to make it quick. I started outdoor writing many years ago. I write a lot from the Michigan audience for Woods and Water News. I've also had a lot of articles out in North American Whitetail. In fact, I think it was last month's issue. Written for Whitetails Unlimited, Bear Hunting, Turkey Country, Bow and Arrow Hunting, Christian Sportsman Fellowship. And had quite a career as an outdoor freelance writer. Still do that a lot. And I believe it was in 2011 I released my first book, a collection of deer hunting stories called Trophy White Tales, spelled T-A-L-E-F. That did very well, hit number 2 on the charts, the outdoor charts on Amazon. So I wrote another one called The Hunting Spirit. That book also did very well. It was right when Duck Dynasty came out, though, and they controlled most of the top spots, I think 1 through 10, but it made the top 15, and it did very well. So now, this year, 2016, I've released 2 books. I released my first novel called North of Wrong. It highlights a sportsman who is a deputy up in fictional Algonquin County, up north Michigan, and they're battling marijuana farmers in the public forest lands. And the second novel is South Heaven. Just released that one a few weeks ago, and that one takes place along the coast shorelines of Lake Michigan, and 2 of the main characters are charter boat guides who charter for salmon fishing on Lake Michigan. So, I got a lot of books out for now, and really enjoy what I do, and I appreciate talking to you guys and having this opportunity.
You know what? Fellas. How long before you came out with the books in 2011 were you writing?
I think, I didn't want to say the year wrong. I think I started in 2000.
Okay, so 2000 to 2011, 11 years, and then you finally decided to come out with some books.
Yeah, in the first half of the book, there's a lot of short stories that I wrote for North American Whitetail that appear in the Tales and Trails section. So I wrote a bunch of those type articles. So the first part of Trophy Whitetails is all articles that are that design or actually appeared in that magazine, and then the second part is actual hunt.
Okay, good, cool. So anyways, so Jerry Lambert's got these books out. Where can we find them, Jerry?
Amazon.com is the direct link, or you can find that direct link at my Facebook page, Jerry Lambert Author. If you're a big Facebook person, come and like the page, and we have a lot of hunting and outdoor related topics on there, since I do have most of my background in outdoor writing. And those are the two best ways. And if you're very partial to your particular bookstore, you can just ask your bookstore to order, and they'll do so.
Okay, cool. And also, you can go to our webpage, Up North Journal, look for Jerry Lambert's banner, click on it. It takes you right to Amazon, and then you can order it that way. And you people can all have these books in your hands in no time before you hit the woods, and you can sit back, look at some deer, and read some good stories.
Absolutely.
All right, Jerry. We gave you your time. Now it's our time.
Shotgun question time.
All right. First question we like to ask everybody. You're traveling. You're getting in your car. You're traveling wherever you're going, up north, hunting, or you're going to head to wherever you're going. What kind of music are you listening to? Or what are you listening to on the radio?
Oh, actually, I have two formats I pretty much listen to all the time now, country music or Christian music. And I kind of split the time. So
he's right in my wheelhouse.
Christian praise music, and I like to keep up to date with what's happening with the country music.
Okay, so now you're listening to your tunes, or you're listening to some gospel music, praise music on the radio, and you're driving to your stand. What is your snack of choice while you're driving down the road? What's one thing you got to have to munch on while you're driving?
Oh, probably, and I hate to say it, they're sugary based, but fruit snacks.
All right.
There you go.
Everybody's got their own thing.
No kidding.
Yeah. I don't know if we've ever had anybody have the same thing.
We have not.
Twice on this. Everybody's got their own little thing.
We have not.
Okay. All right.
All right. So, matter of fact, you got a deer this week. You're having it processed. But out of all the game you've taken, what's your favorite recipe?
Actually, my favorite game is fish. Fried perch, fried panfish. But for venison, as far as wild game, I like kebab. I like to marinate the meat in Italian salad dressing and then put it on kebab sticks with onion and peppers.
Man, I'm hungry.
I hate that question. I get hungry every time.
That's a winner every time. I try to
snacks.
make that as much as any venison recipe. That one right there.
How long do you let them marinate for?
I like to do them for a full day or night and day, and then I don't know if I grill the kebab.
Do you have any particular cut of meat that you're using for those kebabs?
A lot of times it's the steaks, sometimes it's the chops. I'll use both.
Okay.
So, yep. And my other, if I was going to do another favorite venison recipe, it's the old crock pot over potatoes and carrots, the roast with cream of mushroom soup. And I like to use 2 to 3 cans. I like to really put that on thick. And that there is one of my favorite, too. And if I'm introducing someone to venison, I like to give them that recipe because it does resemble one they're familiar with, like a roast beef. So there's my little tip of the week type thing.
There you go.
All right. One last question. We'll let you go. And we're not going to say how old you are, but in all these years of hunting experience, I mean, we're talking all the way back to childhood. What's the most memorable outdoor hunt or fishing trip that you've been on, and why?
Wow, that is a tough one. I am going to give you a 3-part answer. I went to Africa and came and got a kudu. And I'll tell you what, they are such a majestic animal, and that country is so amazing for 2 things. The variety and extreme numbers of game. You see game all day long. And another thing is the trackers. Their ability is just beyond belief. But I probably would have to say my favorite hunt is going back in the history books, my biggest buck. I shot a 12-point buck. The gross is in the 160s, and that was just an incredible memory that I still cherish, and is still probably one of my favorite mounts. So Africa was grand. Michigan 12-point buck was pretty darn special, and I'd give that one number one.
Very nice.
There you go.
Always comes back home.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Yep.
It's always back home, wherever home is for whoever we ask.
Exactly.
Well, Jerry, we thank you for taking a few minutes out of your day to sit and talk with us. And man, when you get out there the rest of this season, good luck to you. You shot a nice buck. We talked about that on the main show, but I have a feeling there's going to be some more venison fall to an arrow or to a shotgun or a rifle here pretty soon. I would think.
Yep, I think it's going to be a good year, fellas.
All
right. You take care.
All right, thank you, guys.
All right, that'll do it for this minicast. This episode was brought to you by PSE Archery,
Black Eagle Arrows,
Cabela's,
Antler Action,
Spot Shooter Archery,
Tom's Custom Turkey Calls,
Family Traditions Tree Stands,
and Badass Slingshots.
Thanks for listening, and join us again here next week. Until then, remember, as we always like to say, if you're out on the water or in the woods, shoot straight and be safe. Until next week on the Up North Journal.